This is The Burning Truth, and we are live.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologise if there's a little bit of technical difficulties. My colleague Matt Burns is just fucking up with the mic, so we can only apologise for that. He quite hasn't grasped the concept of his new Rhino toy.
That's a polite way of putting it.
So he's still trying to learn what the right balance is for the new microphone, folks. So if it is a little bit crackly or a little bit loud, we do apologise.
Make us aware of it.
But no, so we are live. I arrived 5 minutes ago.
Yes, I know. I was like, I've got to do a show about myself. We've got to do a show about myself.
Yeah, I arrived 5 minutes ago back from crew. So I did make it on time, although Matt shit himself a little bit. He was like,
I was prepared.
"What? Where have you been?" I'm like, I have been in crew. I was like, it is the only competition I have agreed to do all year.
You said 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I finished by 7. It was just that we missed the train. So we had to get a taxi back.
Taking the long route.
Did I get here on time?
Only just.
Was I here on time?
Only just.
Last week,
No, you weren't. You said 7.
am I here on time for the broadcast?
Just.
Last week, were you on time to pick me up?
Yes.
No.
Did we get to the show on time?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Would you like to tell the good viewers what time we were supposed to be there last week?
We were on time. And that's my story.
If you're a rock star, we were on time.
If we weren't on time, how did we do what we did?
Through quick judgment and really good talking.
Quick judgment. Mm-hmm.
And my directions.
Oh, you mean the one that you just thought, oh, I'll swing and take a guess?
Was it the right directions?
You got lucky.
Was it the right directions?
Yes and no.
So yes.
Yes, in the sense that it got us there. No, because you were taking a stab in the dark.
Did we get there?
Yes.
Did we have to redirect the sat-nav?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
I put one postcode in and it took us straight there.
That's not what a redirection. That's not how you say a redirection. A redirection would be if someone made a wrong turn, if someone made an error, someone went to.
Did I have to put another postcode in or another address?
That's not a redirection.
No. So therefore, I win. So, moving on to actual wrestling this week. We're going to start with something we wouldn't usually start with, and that is Impact Wrestling.
What?
We're starting with Impact Wrestling.
I'm just checking my pulse right now.
Well, I would as well. So, Impact Wrestling. I've had a taping this week, which has had a funeral for the Decay.
Yep.
With his what's the name? Who's the valet for Decay? Rosemary.
Rosemary.
Doing a Sting tribute in the rafters. We've had the GFW title defended in the main event and changing hands.
Spoiler alert!
We've had ex-partners going at it.
Yes.
By ex-partners, I mean ex-tag team partners. And we've had their partners in a singles match. Which just doesn't make sense.
Put non-wrestlers against non-wrestlers.
Well, put a wrestler against non-wrestler.
Yeah.
We've also had Chris Adonis coming in and slapping the master lock on Moose, only to let him go and let someone hit him in the face with a chair.
Ow.
just Impact seems like a clusterfuck of a roller coaster ride.
I think you said it best a while back, didn't you? You know, fine, spaghetti, throw.
But it shouldn't be. You've got the talent there. They need to make their mind up. They're either Global Force Wrestling or Impact Wrestling. They cannot be both.
I think that's what they're trying to indicate when they're heading towards Slammiversary. Their big pay-per-view.
I know, but they need to indicate they are either Global Force Wrestling or Impact Wrestling. They cannot be both.
What I also find stupid is how many belts have they got on? Now, I know Raw and SmackDown. I know WWE. Wait. We can justify it. With WWE, they can actually use that many belts because of their draft system. TNA doesn't have a draft system. They don't have or they have multiple shows, just not ones like Raw and SmackDown. They don't have anything compared to their main Impact show.
I appreciate it's like an invasion angle, but
yes,
an invasion angle wouldn't stick the opposition's belt as the main event of a TV show.
Agreed. So straight away there.
Maybe it's like the sub-main event, second to last match.
Yeah, they want to put their own title over, but no.
I just don't get it. Like, I don't get what they're trying to achieve. They're either trying to achieve a merger or they're trying to establish a separate brand so they can set up a second television show. Which then I'd be alright with what they're doing, but they need to establish what it is they're trying to build.
Instead of just saying, let's make Impact great again. Let's make Impact great again. Explain how you're doing it.
Let's make Darren Young great again.
Who?
Precisely.
He's on the injured list, isn't he?
Yes.
So, good luck with that.
No, but I just want some clarity. They're either Global Force Wrestling or Impact Wrestling.
Which
they
one?
cannot be both. When WWE had WCW invade them, they were still clearly WWE.
Yeah, and you can see that. It was clear it was WWE.
And they even made it obvious when they had Nitro being purchased by Shane McMahon.
Yes.
So, clarity. Clarity is a really important thing.
Yes.
So, let's move on a little bit. So, WWE has been in the UK this week.
Yes.
Guess which wrestler's injured?
I know. Not good, is it?
How? Oh no, I understand how, but...
Why?
Yeah. Just...
Strowman.
No. Emma.
Oh, you're about Emma, so you didn't know about Strowman?
I know about Strowman. Who gives a fuck about Strowman?
Aww.
Strowman's only a face when he's facing Reigns. He can't face Reigns for the next 10 years all at once.
Aww.
I'm on about Emma. Who's Dana Brooke gonna feud with now?
Really? You're more bothered about it? Okay, I'll let you carry on. Just carry on.
No, I was getting into the Dana Brooke Emma feud because I was wondering if it was going to be like a double turn where Dana Brooke went back to heel.
And Emma becomes a face again.
No, just where Emma stays heel, but where Dana Brooke realises she was better off with
Emma.
Yeah. But there's been nothing. And now because Emma's re-injured herself and it could be another 3 or 4 months, is Emma going to come back as Emmalina? Everyone's come back as Emma. As Emmalina.
And then go away again and come back as Kerr.
Yeah. So, what happens with Emma now? Like, you give her a chance to come back, do you pour her down to NXT again? Or what do you do? What do you do from here?
the question that needs to be looked into is what the cause of the injury was. What caused the injury? Was it due to inexperience from...
It was in a match with Mickie James, Alexa Bliss, and Sasha Banks.
Yes, the question in that is, was the injury... Who was at fault with the injury?
Yeah, so Emma's injury is expected to be out for like 3, 4, maybe 5 months.
Yep.
Strowman's injury is just 4 or 5 weeks, which is just to heal a damaged rotator cuff.
Which with him, he's big. He's a big guy, and he can pretty much walk around doing what he wants anyway.
Yeah. So like for 4 weeks, you're having chucking people against a wall for.
Get out of my way! I'm not done with you.
Like you can still do something with Strowman to make him look
badass.
Yeah. Whereas with Emma, it's hard to do something with Emma to make her look badass if she isn't in the ring.
And with the fact that her injury, when people are taking pictures of it, she was having to get helped out of the arena. Now, there is an option for Emma to continue. There is an option. But she'd have to become a manageress. She'd have to take time away from the ring, become a manageress, while she recovers. Because here's the thing, Emma may not be wrestling, but can she talk?
We don't know. Like, we've never properly given her a chance to cut promos for people.
That's what I'm saying. So, if WWE were going to be smart and they want to continue this story, the first thing I would suggest, and this is just from me, put it with somebody else.
So, another thing that's supposedly coming up over the next couple of weeks is the annual Spring Clean. Now, people who are unfamiliar to our podcast will go
Broadcast.
or radio broadcast, where however you will choose to listen, because it can also be classed as a podcast.
As well.
Before Matt gets his G-string in a twist.
Whoa, I'd just like to clarify.
So, Spring Clean. Talents that are due to be released. Who's going?
So I'll be doing a prediction here.
So Simon Gotch has gone, hasn't he?
Yep. In fact, he's actually coming over.
Yes,
to
for
UK.
AWW.
Yep.
So is it AWW or what's Paige's family's one called?
WAW.
Yeah, WAW. I think he's there. So I think Aiden English is going to get released.
Be a shame, really, because I think it would be a shame because he was. I think he was quite good.
Serves no purpose on the roster now, though.
But on the main roster, he doesn't serve a purpose. If push comes to shove, they could possibly send him back down to NXT.
Emma,
they might do because being injury prone.
Yeah. Who else do I think will go? James Ellsworth.
Not yet. Not until it's been thrown around.
Rhino.
Rhino's a possibility.
But the reason I reckon James Ellsworth is because I reckon he wants to wrestle again. And at the moment on SmackDown, he isn't getting the chance to wrestle. So I reckon they'll give him his notice, let him job out to Becky Lynch.
And go, bye-bye.
And then bye into the sunset. Be over the next couple of weeks. Who else do I reckon will go? I reckon Jericho will part company with WWE, but with a deal to come back in a year's time.
He hasn't. No, I think he's already having time off now, as we speak.
Yeah, but I think they'll announce it where his deal's up.
Right. That wouldn't be necessarily past the Spring Clean. It'll just be what it is.
Alicia Fox, I expect them to say goodbye to.
Yeah.
And Rosa Mendes.
What?
Rosa Mendes.
No, that's the reason why I just said what. Where the hell has she been?
She had a kid.
They might not do it so...
No, they will.
You think?
Yeah. contract's up. She hasn't wrestled. She's not valeting. Obviously, she's got other things she wants to do.
True, but
Port companies. Nikki Bella's name will be on there as well.
You think?
Nikki Bella will be the high-profile casualty.
Right. Okay.
Because her deal is up, and I expect them to announce it in this spring clean.
Okay. Anything else?
And then you've got the signings. I thoroughly expect Callie to be signed.
You do? To come back?
And Caitlyn. I think Caitlyn would still be a good addition to that SmackDown roster. Someone to combat Tamina.
Yeah, that'd be a good call.
So, let us know. Who do you think will be fired and hired?
Is someone not hyping off? Is somebody lackluster? Or their holiday dreams?
Kurt Hawkins, I think, will go as well.
Yeah, I do. I think Kurt Hawkins will go because have you seen lately what he's doing?
I don't think he'll be there much longer.
He won't be. Because he ended up he recently had a match on Superstars against Aleister Black.
Yeah, I read about that today on Give Me Sport.
What do you think?
His entrance was supposedly really good.
Whose?
Aleister Black's.
Very. Very. It wasn't like the one that he did at NXT. He sort of had the lights dim down. And as it dims down and comes back up, you see him on the stage just sitting. Remember how he sat in the ring at the end of his entrance? He's sitting like that in the ring, and you saw him just slowly, methodically get up, and it shows how serious he is.
But it'll be interesting to see what WWE do with him.
Yeah, it looks like the problem that they've got is they've got a potential person for somebody either to go with Bray Wyatt or to go against him, or they can make out he's not really a mystic force. It's more of the mental side.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of people can see from with his strikes that he does, that he's not your typical, we can use, the mental side of fighting, which a lot of people don't really use much these days.
No. So that's that. So let's get on to the British scene. So last week we went to
Venom
Pro Wrestling.
Well, if you want the full wrestling name, it is Venom Wrestling Federation.
Yes, and we witnessed the crowning of a new champion.
That we did. It was Championship Sundays. We saw 3 championships get defended. Now, the surprise of the night wasn't just the fact that we had a new champion. It was the fact that technically, in a way, they could say all 3 championships was successfully defended across the board. However, due to a technicality, somebody had a certain special briefcase.
Yes, which helped.
And actually brought a different dynamic and unique.
Yes. So our congratulations go out to Steve Valentino, who we did an interview with, which you can find on YouTube by searching TBT and Steve Valentino. Or
just TBT interviews. You could put Steve Valentino after as well. But it's absolutely... The interview was great.
One of the most deserving title victories I've seen in recent memory on the British scene.
Yeah.
Couldn't have gone, and a guy didn't deserve it as much as Steve Valentino deserved that win.
Yeah. Hard fought victory.
And just such a nice guy.
Yeah.
A genuine nice wrestling personality. Got time for everyone.
A lot of times some people can say, I've got all the time in the world, but then, they can miss somebody just by accident. He doesn't. He literally goes round.
He won the belt, and he went round to everyone in the arena and spent a bit of time with everyone. Took photographs and everything with every person in that arena.
He did at the venue. Literally hooks up.
Yeah, which is a nice touch. A class move from a class act.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Some other good performances on the night. CJ Connors versus Drill. What a match.
Hard hitting. Now, a lot of people can say, "Oh, they didn't do all high flying." They're not high flyers. These are bruisers.
If you want to see Tope Suicidas, go watch a cruiserweight match. If you want to see a heavyweight brawl, watch this one.
Oh, definitely. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the UK Wrestle Fan Zone may actually have that uploaded on YouTube as we speak. So you can just check that out on UKWrestleFanZone.tv on YouTube. That would be a good call there.
But no, the whole show will be available at some point throughout the year.
Yeah.
You'll be able to watch that and see what's happened. What a good British show, though.
It was like a roller coaster ride. It was nice. It was brilliant to attend. We felt privileged to be able to call all the action.
Even your most favourite person in the world even had a change of heart at one point in the show.
I have no idea what you're on about.
Chris Drew decided he wanted to be a crowd favourite for one night.
I thought it was just in Bizarro World.
It's like being in Canada.
It was, and I will say though, we did show some great talent, some great heart. However, when he came diving off that top rope, unfortunately, an old nickname reappeared. The man that Gravity remembered.
Yes, you cannot outrun Gravity.
No.
So, what else is new on the British scene then this week? What do you know?
What do I know? We know that we've got the women's tournament coming soon, which is in America. We've also got the UK show for WWE now,
which has been pre-recorded.
Which has been pre-recorded.
Have you read some of the matches?
No.
No,
I've actually, as much as I wanted to look them up, I've tried to be good.
It makes Pete Dunne seem like a monster.
Oh, I've got chills. I've just got chills.
But there's some tag team matches, there's some CWC guys on there as well, being showcased, and it's a 2-day event, so they've recorded like 3 or 4 episodes for the UK title.
So straight away there, we recommend seeing that.
Yes. Have you watched any of WCPW?
WCPW. Wouldn't have anything to do with a certain bout, would it?
I don't know. You tell us.
Well, I can also say there is a new WCPW champion, and his name is the prestigious one, Joe Hendry, formerly the local hero. And he is wearing that belt with pride. He thinks he is, as much as anybody can say, when you are the top of a company, a lot of people can say, you're that flag bearer. You're the man on top of the mountain. Everyone's targeting you. With Joe Hendry, he's being this cocky, arrogant guy. He thinks he's on top of the world, and he's actually been attending some of the Canadian entries and whatnot on other shows and whatnot. So, in case you're wanting to know who he actually beat for that bout, that would be former champion Martin Kirby, who ended up winning that championship by beating Joe Hendry using the Zoidberg elbow. But however, Joe Hendry is now finally got what he wanted, something that he's been literally grasping at, claiming for, and wanting to get at for a long, long time. He was always reaching out, he was always that one step short on the ladder to reach it, but he seems to now have got the job done. And he seems to be carrying that belt with not just only pride, because he's won it. He's got pride in himself. And I actually look, and with his arrogancy, I also look forward to seeing what challenges he's got coming ahead, and who is going to be capable of taking that championship belt from him. So with that, I'm going to be basically stating right now, I wouldn't mind to see Martin Kirby possibly win it back so they can have a bit of back and forth. But straight away, I don't think it's going to be him. It's got to be somebody, either someone new or somebody who the fans are going to clearly get behind. Now, straight away, the first one will be Martin Kirby, but I don't think it'd be him. One person I would actually like to see take that championship goal from him would be possibly Gabriel Kidd, maybe, because he seems to be getting himself a bit of a good following. If not, we could have an international world-renowned superstar, Zack Sabre Jr. Now, here's the thing. The world is his oyster. There's a whole locker room that can go for that belt. But my top two picks, who I'd like to potentially see in that title picture for the WCPW Championship, would be Gabriel Kidd or Zack Sabre Jr. Gabriel Kidd, because he seems to be doing quite well for himself, and he has actually been putting on some great matches. And he has. But it's more so me other pick that I'm more favour, if I'm honest.
Have you seen the main event for Evolve 84 through to 86? So 84, 85 and 86, Zack Sabre Jr. is in all three main events.
Oof. So he's a busy bunny. Who would you like to see take the championship from Joe Hendry?
I'd enjoy watching a face Joe Coffey against Joe Hendry.
But it's not going to work at the moment because he's with.
I know, but I'd enjoy that personally. What else would I enjoy? I'd enjoy a Kirby rematch.
Kirby winning it back.
Yeah, I'd enjoy it. No, not really back. I'd just enjoy a back and forth feud.
Yeah.
Like, the faces are always better as underdogs.
Yeah.
Heels are always better as champions. Faces should enjoy like a 1-2 month reign. You shouldn't see like a Hulk Hogan 3-4 year reign as such.
Or John Cena.
Yeah. Well, John Cena didn't have a 3 or 4 year reign. He had nearly a 1 year reign.
Yeah, but that's compared to the old standards compared to the new standards. That could be considered the same. But anyway, anything else you want to discuss?
So, what else has happened this week? So, we've had, in America, some trials have happened as well on the British scene. A Welsh wrestler has actually had a recent trial, which is Mad Dog, is it? Do they call him Mad Dog? I know he's an old friend of the Academy's. Our good friend Big Rich wished him well in his challenge. And there's a picture of him. If you look at the UKWA or on Everything's Wrestling Facebook page, you'll see a picture there of him with Albert, or as people know him, Tensai or Jason.
Yes, because we actually noticed a lot of people. Matt Bloom.
Yeah.
You're on about. A lot of people were actually in that session with WWE.
But there's a one-on-one picture with a person from the Welsh Academy on there with Matt Bloom, getting a little bit of one-to-one.
Which was nice. Which is nice, and we have the utmost respect and hope the best from what comes from it. If I'm not mistaken, I believe there was a certain Flash Morgan Webster.
Yes,
he was also there, which is great for him because as he had some time off, returned, and he seems like he's back bigger than ever.
Yes, and also returning to the ring very soon to a ring near you is Joey Sanchez.
That he is.
Over the next couple of weeks, you'll see him returning to rings near you, making his big return after giving Cancer the big fuck you.
Giving it the super kick.
Yes.
So, ultimate respect to Joey Sanchez, who is an endorsed athlete of the UK Wrestle Fan Zone.
He is indeed. but it's just nice to see him back in the ring doing what he enjoys.
Yeah, it is, and he's always been a hard worker. From all the shows I've been to, where I've seen him wrestle, I've seen him do some literally insane matches. One that comes to mind straight off was a ladder match he had against Jamie Future. Them pair, I've seen rivalries, but if you saw it yourself, you would actually think this match is not going to end with one of them claiming a championship, or one of them, pinning the other or making them tap out. One of them is going to either be ending in the hospital, if not worse.
Okay, so while you're on about rivalries for the next, the future and also the present, what do you expect to see in the next couple of months coming from WWE? Obviously, Wyatt and Balor, I expect to see develop over the next couple of weeks. What's next for Nakamura after beating Dolph Ziggler?
A lot of people are going to be wanting to push for AJ Nakamura. Too soon. Way too
Mania.
Soon. That's a Mania, that's a SummerSlam. It's one of the, the big main pay-per-views. Would you agree with that?
Mania. It's a money match at Mania.
Yeah, it's literally, pull out wallet.
Take my money.
Pretty much. Because we know them pair can have magic.
Would you like to see Shane versus Corbin? Could Corbin do with the rub?
Shane McMahon versus Corbin?
At SummerSlam.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Could Corbin do with the rub being in the ring with Shane?
I think yes. Because here's the thing, a lot of people can say, but Shane McMahon's not a wrestler.
Because Corbin's being tipped to be pushed to the moon, but if he's being pushed to the moon, he needs a big match at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So if you've got Styles already in a feud with Owens,
yeah,
you've got Orton presumably taken up by Mahal until then.
Yeah.
Who does Corbin face?
They could say Shinsuke, but
They keep them separate.
They keep them separate because they need to build up.
Yeah.
And I think Shane will be a good call, because here's the thing, a lot of people can doubt Shane's wrestling ability, but here's the thing, Shane does actually really well when it comes to the big matches.
Yeah.
And what's surprising is a lot of people thought, oh, his match with AJ Styles wasn't going to be good.
What brand do you expect to see Rusev on?
SmackDown.
Do you?
Yes. I actually do.
What do you expect from women's wrestling over the next couple of weeks or months?
Whose?
Women's.
And I'm expecting Bayley to be fighting for the championship for SummerSlam to try and make a comeback.
Would you like to see Banks and Bayley headline SummerSlam for the women's division?
I'd love it. I'd love that to happen, but they're not going to do it. They're going to save it for WrestleMania.
I don't think they will. WrestleMania seems to be like triple threats or fatal four-ways. If
I'm honest with you, I'd love to see it at SummerSlam, because I've heard win the championship, but the question is when do you get to win the championship? At Great Balls of Fire?
No.
When?
It would be at SummerSlam. I think having Bliss to hold the belt until SummerSlam is a nice little ploy.
That's what I'm saying, but how can...
Or if she drops it on Raw after Great Balls of Fire. Have Nia Jax cost it her because she's fed up with not getting a title match.
Yeah, potentially. But it'll be interesting to see, because here's the thing, the second Bayley gets that title, if they do not do that turn with Banks, people can already see it happening. The writing's already on the wall. It's money.
You can't argue against it though either. I expect to see Charlotte versus Becky Lynch as well.
Yes, I do. But the question is who do you think will be the fan favourite, and who do you think will be the...
Becky will be the heel.
You think Becky will be the heel? You think they'll turn on Charlotte?
Yeah.
Could be an interesting twist. That could bring an interesting twist.
It's the only way to make it interesting.
Yeah, because in all fairness, I think Becky might need to do that, because as much as Charlotte getting back together with Becky and whatnot, Becky's not going to want to trust Charlotte as much. Because take into account, how many friends has Becky had recently?
I got your back.
I've got your back. To stab her in the back.
Yeah. So, I think that'll be interesting. Obviously, you've got Brock Lesnar back at Great Balls of Fire. I don't think he'll face Strowman at Great Balls of Fire. I think he'll face Strowman at SummerSlam.
You think?
With Finn Balor getting a title shot towards the end of the year.
Okay. I'd like to see Finn Balor to fight Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
Won't happen.
I would like that, because that would be like a whole year.
No, it won't happen. They'll try to build up towards the end of the year. Gives people something to keep tuning in for.
The question is who do they have replace Strowman for Great Balls of Fire? Who?
Have a battle royal. Have Ambrose or someone.
But then straight away then Intercontinental title's not being defended.
For Great Balls of Fire, I don't think that I'd mind. I think it'd give Ambrose a chance to go, right, well, you've seen what I've done for the Intercontinental title on a week-to-week basis. I want to do that for the world title. There's your storyline.
As much, I would agree with you, but here's the thing. I think Ambrose should be defending the title separately, because here's the thing. Brock's has not been defending that title.
Oh no, I understand that.
And what annoys, and as much as everyone say, oh no, but it makes it more special. What happened to the rules of wrestling last time I checked? Well, in wrestling, if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a 30-day rule?
No. It's just there for convenience.
Yes, for convenience. Daniel Bryan wins championship. Oh, I can't defend my belt for 30 days. Here's my title.
It's for convenience. It's there whenever they need to move something quickly. So, let's move quickly on before you have a meltdown. So, where are we next week?
We are at Wolfen Pro Wrestling.
So, Wolfen Pro Wrestling.
It's their debut show.
Yes.
So that should be an interesting one. We will actually post all the details of where the show is actually on our social media.
It's based somewhere around the Midlands area.
It is.
We'll be there. We're also doing an interview while we're there.
Well, hoping to do an interview as much to try and get that sorted. Also, we're hoping to get more interviews uploaded soon as well, as we actually did one yesterday, and we've also got more planned for the future.
Yes. So yesterday we did one with Big Rich. Interesting listen. About 30-40 minutes long. So it's another good in-depth insight into what the British scene is doing for people.
Now, just to point out, in case people actually wonder, not all interviews will be done via video.
No.
Some of them will be actually just audio, so just to give you a bit of a heads up in regards to this, but we will be posting them and making everybody aware of them.
We will endeavour to supply video interviews where possible, but some of them, just due to time constraints, are done just solely via audio.
And it's not just time constraints by ourselves. It can be also with the wrestlers as well. Because if I'm not mistaken, we kind of got a little bit lucky to grab the one with Big Rich because he just come back from working hard at training.
Yes, that interview was conducted at like 10 o'clock in the evening.
So it was quite interesting.
Yes. So, have you got anything else you want to cover this week? No? So, I think that's an interesting point to leave on this week. Obviously, it's not been a busy week. We've been busy ourselves trying to supply additional content. The interview with Steve Valentino, Big Rich we've recorded with. We're trying to set up some with some female up-and-coming stars as well. So over the next couple of weeks or months, you'll see that coming.
Also, we are hoping to have a review done of Venom Venom Wrestling Federation.
Yes, which is halfway through being written at the moment. So it'll be published in the next couple of days once we've proofread and are happy with
all details.
Yes, then that'll be released. But there's a lot of exciting stuff happening. Obviously, when we have busy weeks, the episodes will be busier, but this week's been quiet.
Well, the funny thing about it is with this week, it's we've been trying to catch up on. We're having to play a bit of a catch up game.
No, but once things pick up, obviously next week we've got the pay-per-view as well.
That we do.
We've got Payback.
That we do.
We've got Payback, Great Balls of Fire.
Ooh.
So next week will be a little bit more in depth. We'll have a look at what's happening at Payback. Matt's trying to say to me we might not be doing one next week.
Yes.
But we'll try to do a road diary or something.
We'll try to get something worked out, possibly.
A quick road diary where we're able to publish our results and thoughts for the week wrestling.
Yeah.
Which we'll try to do on the way down to Birmingham.
Agreed. And the good thing about it is we'll try and get that all sorted out as much as possible. However, it may not be released on the Saturday. It might be released on the Sunday, so just in case.
But other than that, folks, enjoy your local wrestling. Remember, you can always catch us on YouTube if you don't like using Spreaker. You can also follow the UK Wrestle Fan Zone at the UKWA or UK Wrestle Fan Zone. Just put
TV.
in there. Look on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever networking you use, you'll be able to find them. And also take a look out for our recommendations for things to watch. Team 4-Star,
who have just released a new episode,
and also you have got Botchamania.
That we do.
So other than that, folks, stay safe.
Well,
and
there's one more thing we do need to plug here, which is one that we always usually plug, which is changes for healthy minds.
But stay safe and watch your local wrestling.
Please always check out your local wrestling. And just as a final point, if you are actually attending any other shows and are interested in writing reviews, we are always open to any aspiring journalism. If anybody's interested in writing a review of any local shows, so if you're interested, you can just send us an email to
theburningtruth@outlook.com.
Correct. And with that, we will hopefully try to have a recording for you next week. If not, it will be most likely the week after. So with that, stay well, stay safe.
Bye, folks.
Bye.